Welcome back to another episode of Sportswrap Sit Downs. I'm James Catato on the campus of Virginia Wesleyan University. Big moment because I'm joined by an old friend, somebody who was one of my first stories when I moved to Hampton Roads, Jamaar Hawkins, now the new head coach of the soon-to-be women's flag football team here at Virginia Wesleyan. So Jamaar, first of all, congratulations is in order.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
When I first met you, you started bringing girls flag football to Hampton Roads through the I-64 circuit.
Right.
When that started, all the way to now, could you ever have imagined that it would turn into this, a collegiate coaching opportunity?
Not, James, not even close. When we first started, it was just, I don't want to say a hobby, but it was just a thing we were just getting off the ground. So my thing then was just, let's just showcase the talent that we have in the area. Never could I have imagined that it would end up with me, being a college coach. So I'm just blessed for the opportunity, grateful for it, but just to see what the sport has grown so fast, so soon, I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Walk me through those initial conversations with Virginia Wesleyan and how you knew that you were going to start to go into that lane of college coaching.
Oh, yeah. So we were actually just talking about the story before you arrived. It just ended up being a full circle moment. During the spring, I actually was a part of shooting a story with Virginia Wesleyan. So I had an opportunity to not only showcase what we were doing with the girls, but see how they were going to launch their program in the spring, next spring. So what ended up happening was they reached out to me, and of course I was excited and wanted to take advantage of the opportunity, and we just interviewed, and from there we just, they hired me. So for me, it was just a full circle moment, just being a part of the story when they announced that they were going to start the program to, being able to become the coach.
Who was the first phone call that you made when you found out?
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad. I was crying. When I was talking to my dad, I was actually crying. Very emotional moment. Because again, it's such a full circle thing. I'm from the area.
Yeah.
I live not even 5 minutes from the school. So to just be able to come here as the first coach in school history, I had to tell my father about that. My father's a big influence. He's, I look up to my dad. So he had to be the first call that I made.
What did he say?
He was emotional too. He was very proud of me. He was very, very proud of me. And he's someone that's been there from the start. So he's seen the ups, the downs. He's seen everything that I went through to put the league together, to showcase the girls in this area. So we were very emotional, both of us.
I remember in I-64's foundation, right, when the league was really getting off the ground in the summer circuit and then the fall circuit. And I remember the high school age girls that were so excited to be able to prove. I think one of the quotes that you said that stuck out to me a couple of years ago was, "This isn't powder puff."
Yep.
Like these girls wanted to come out and actually play ball, and they did. I remember coming to a couple of games, and it was an event. Right, you had people cooking out. There were hundreds of people lining that middle school. And now you see where it's developed since then. I-64 in particular. How happy are you in its development?
Very happy. And it's a credit to the girls in the area. I don't, like me, I had an idea, but of course it takes the talent to bring that vision, forth. And like I say, it's a credit to them. We've grown very fast, very, very soon, as you've seen for yourself. So it's a good thing. It's a great thing. And some of those same girls, they'll be playing on the college level. So not even if it's here, of course I would love for them to be here, but I'm just excited to see the opportunities they have. I-64 has grown fast, and it's just like I said, it's a great thing to see that. I would be lying if I said I thought it would get to this point like so soon. Because again, we just started maybe 3 years ago, if that.
So you talked about the girls moving on and playing in college. That's another piece to it too. Now that you're the head coach of Virginia Wesleyan, right? You had a front row seat to some of the top talent that came through, right? Did you think about that too when you took this position?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I did. But as a coach, I've been a youth coach, girls coach. I've been a high school girls coach. I've always known the talent here has existed, and that gave me even more confidence to start the league because I knew, hey, these girls, they want to play. They can play. They're competitive. And again, like you said, this is not powder puff football. And I would never allow it to be classified as powder puff football. We talked about that before the first story. Like, do not call this powder puff football because it's not. It's a good brand of football, and But yeah, to answer your question, I mean, of course, that was in a line of thinking. But for me, as I've always said, I just want them to have college opportunities. Period.
Totally. So, for the people at home, we've talked about this before, but why did you want to get into the girls and women's flag football space in general?
It was my daughters. My daughters. I'm a girl dad. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I have a middle school, almost high school age daughter, and she plays in the league as well. So for me, it's always important to showcase the talent that we have in this area, specifically the girls' side. I just, I love coaching girls. They're very competitive. They're great. Even though they're I don't want to say emotional, but to me that's a great thing because they're able to see the level of importance of what we're doing here. And as a girl dad, I'm just able to. I love watching them grow into the competitive and have their think of their own.
What did your daughters say?
They love it. They were actually here last weekend doing a volleyball game, and they're cheering on the volleyball team. They love being a part of this Marlin family. The school has really welcomed us. Athletic director Andrea, she's been really great, welcoming us in. But my kids, they love it. They can't wait. They want to go here. Of course, they want to be students here. They love that they have an opportunity to play a sport while they're in college. But they love it. They love seeing their dad achieve and succeed, and it gives them, motivation and inspiration to do their own thing.
What grades are they in?
So I have an 8th grader, 3rd grader, and I have a pre-K student. Yeah.
I saw that on Instagram you were also going to have a showcase here, right? So when you think about, because you were pulling talent from both sides of the water when you started I-64, do you expect even more throughout the Commonwealth to filter into a space like this, knowing that there's a collegiate opportunity? Because I can't imagine there are too many other collegiate women's flag football programs on the East Coast.
Right, absolutely. And you're speaking of our prospect camp, which would be September 27th. We actually have not only kids from the Commonwealth, we have kids from Florida that will be coming. Yeah. I have some kids from California that express interest. So it's growing really fast. But not even just the Commonwealth state, we're really extending out past that, even to New York, Georgia. So yeah, we've been able to extend these opportunities to high school kids, all over.
Did that surprise you when you saw how many states were interested, kids from those states, to come in and want to go?
Showcase? No, absolutely no. I don't, because I think that these girls, they're ready to compete and really showcase how good they are. Yep. Even though flag football is a brand new sport on the girls' side of things, we have some girls in this country that are really good. And with the Olympics coming in 2028, they're ready to kind of ramp it up and, really showcase themselves on that next level.
And that's another thing too, flag football coming to the Olympics, right? So when you think about how the sport, just in general, on a men's and a women's side is growing, does that excite you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And hopefully we'll have some girls that'll be a part of that. I would love to be a part of it as well. But it absolutely does. And to have the first ever flag football right here in America, that's amazing. That's beautiful.
I always wanted a high-paying career, but I didn't want to be stuck at a desk. In just 4 months, Tidewater Community College taught me how to drive a truck. The pay is great, and I have the independence I've always wanted. They helped me with financial aid and showed me how to enroll. TCC even helped me find a job. Now I'm on my way. Tidewater Community College. From here, go anywhere.
You meeting with your team coming up here pretty soon, right? You said this month or next month?
I actually just met with my team. I just met with them on Wednesday, yeah.
So how many currently are on the roster?
So we have about 15 girls, but we have as many as about 30 that have expressed interest. Yep. So we'll start practicing in a few weeks. The date we have in mind is September 16th, but it's not set in stone. Yeah. But yeah, we have about 15, I would say, that locked in, but with the potential to get to about 30.
Okay. So when a program is coming off the ground like this, right, what's the talent pool like? What's the mix of experience like? Is it, some girls, some women who are coming into this space that have never tried it before, but are maybe athletes in a different discipline, different sport that want to try flag football, and then some experienced, maybe from the I-64 circuit? Or what is the experience level like here?
Most of the girls are beginners. So we have a lot of current students that just students or maybe do play another sport, but for the most part, working with a lot of beginners. But that's an awesome thing. That's amazing. That's what I love doing. I'm a builder.
Yeah.
So I have no problem working with the beginner, and it's cool to see their level of excitement to just be a part of something. You know, not even just at the highest level when you competing collegiately, but a lot of these girls, they just want to be a part of something. And you know, this is a chance for them to set the foundation for years to come, the program that we'll have here.
Has anything surprised you? I know it's still really early on, but has anything surprised you about becoming a college head coach?
A lot, actually. It's a lot. It's a lot to juggle, but I don't think it's too much. I think, especially with me doing I-64, that gave me a lot of previous experience to build a program, to build, you know, be a part of a business, work with a budget. So, but it's a lot. I mean, I won't lie and say it's not a big transition, but I'm excited for it. I wouldn't have took it if I didn't think I was up to it. I think I'm the perfect person to start the program here. I couldn't think of anybody else to start the program here, you know.
What has been the biggest hurdle for you so far?
The biggest hurdle would just be as far as juggling my normal, just regular life and just, you know, the life of a college coach. And then there's my first time as a college coach. A lot of things that I have to get used to. I also, again, I'm a father, so I'm still trying to balance that. I'm also an educator outside of being a college coach. So those are things that I juggle, but again, it's not something that I would never feel I couldn't handle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like another very important piece to this is the scheduling aspect.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, who are you playing? You know, where is the team traveling to? I know we're still really early on, but, you know, what goes into that process of, because it's not like you can just go down the road and play another school, because this is something that's new to this area, you know? So how do you schedule? How do you talk to other colleges, and where do you go? Where do you stretch out to?
Right. There's a lot of emailing, a lot of calling, you know, just touching bases with coaches, because we're all facing the same thing. We're all looking for games. So scheduling is definitely a tough part. We'll try to schedule some games against schools that are, you know, close, like Shawan does have a team. So we have schools that have, that have teams, but it would definitely be a lot of traveling starting out. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, the girls get an opportunity to travel. We'll get on the road and kind of build, but we're looking to start maybe about a 6-game season to start off.
Okay, nice. And would it be within this conference, or is it kind of like an independent?
Yeah, it'd be independent. So I believe Hollins is in the conference, so we'll be playing Hollins this year. But a lot of the other schools, it'd be more so out of the conference until we get it, you know, full time here in ODAC.
Yeah. Spring 2026, right?
Yeah, we start spring 2026. Yep.
Yeah. When it comes to a staff, right, building out a staff, is it just you right now, or have you already contacted people that are, you know, potentially interested in joining you as like an assistant or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've conducted a few interviews, and I'm definitely looking to build out a staff. It won't just be me. So we'll build a real staff. I'll be the head coach, but we'll have coordinators that'll be helping out as well. But again, we're going to build a great program. Like, you know, I told my girls during the meeting, we're going to be the SEC of Virginia. Like, we're going to be that level of program. And I want you guys to have the same expectations that I have. Even the coaches that I bring in, same level of coaches. They're going to be winners, great people. They're going to be builders just like I am. Yep.
It's no secret that this university breeds good coaching. You know, I mean, whether it's the softball team, the baseball team, the basketball team, right? Like, there are winning programs at this university. Have you had an opportunity to talk to any of the other coaches at the university just in general about leading their programs? Absolutely.
I try to speak to them as much as I can. And shout out to those coaches. They're great coaches. They really welcome me in. But you'll be a fool not to pick the brains of people that have been successful like our coaches. We have national champions in multiple sports. So, of course, I definitely pick their brains. And I have a couple other people that I talk to, like Latrell Scott. He's been a great help. He's out in Maryland now, but he was also Norfolk State's coach, so I speak to him. One of my closest friends, Bobby Rome, he's the coach at Chicago State University. I speak to him a lot. Brand new program. So he's like me. He's building from scratch like me. So, but the coaches here, again, they're great. My athletic director, Andrea, she's great. They're very helpful. They're excited too. Like, again, because women's flag is so new, and you know, you just don't know what it's going to be. So they've been helpful from day one.
When you're walking through for the first time and you see all of the championships, the ODAC championships, the national championships that this school has garnered, did that first thing that pop in your mind was that I can't wait to add my own up there someday?
Absolutely. Even when I bring recruits in, hey, we're going to be up there. We're going to get a national championship one day. Actually, it's funny because my old high school coach, Lonnie Blow, he's in the Virginia Wesleyan Hall of Fame. So he's right. I'm sorry, that might be wrong. I might have to edit that. He's on the wall, so I think he might either hold a record here. But when I came in for my interview, that was one of the very first pictures that I saw. So that kind of settled me. It's like, okay, you know, I belong.
The stars were aligned a little
Yeah,
bit.
I belong over here. Then you walk in, batting center, and you see the national championship trophies from softball, from basketball. You know, you're around these great people. So, you know, I have no choice but to come to that level. And that's, again, I'm a winner. That's what I expect to do anyway.
Yeah, being a local too. How much more does it mean to you because this could have been a nationwide coaching search, considering the novelty of a program that's just getting off the ground in a sport that's really just getting off the ground too.
Right.
Did it mean more knowing that you're a local product coming to a 757 school?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It meant a lot, especially being, again, I live maybe 5 minutes from here. So it meant a lot to have this job, to be the first person to step foot, you know, at this school as the women's flag football coach. Absolutely.
From a founder who coaches, right, but now and I know you're still doing I-64, right, but to then just a full-time, like, dedicated coach, do you know what kind of coach you are to grown women who come into the space wanting to play a Division III college sport? Do you know what kind of coach you want to be?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to be a coach that they can trust, they can count on, that holds high expectations for them. But I want to win. Again, I want to win. And I don't hold, you know, that's not a secret. Even with my current players, with the recruits that I talk to, I tell them I am a winner. I've always been a winner, whether we're talking flag football, basketball. I also coached track in the past, so that's the kind of coach I want to be. I'm not a win at all cost coach, but I'm certainly a winner, you know, so. I don't think it's really any difference from starting a business. I think in business, you start a business to succeed, to be at to win at the highest level, right? Yeah. And coaching is the same way.
Yeah. The assistants that really helped get I-64 off the ground with you. I know that they were assistant coaches from high school football teams around the area and all that stuff, right? Considering how much they've helped you in this process, right? What did that mean to you when you saw the growth of I-64, that you had people around the whole community that had seen, and were pretty much all local too, to help you grow this brand into what it is today?
It means a lot, because that means that people believe in you and they trust you. They trust your brand, they trust your vision. That means a lot to me, and I don't take that for granted at all. A lot of people that help me, they're like lifelong friends. My family helps out a lot. Shout out to my mom. She's a big helper. But these are people that just believe in you. And I don't think anyone can take that for granted, someone trusting you, starting something from scratch when there's nothing, you know, say, okay, we can get to that. That's the level that we can get to. There was none of that when I first started. So with each step, it was just people that trusted my vision and my commitment to what I'm doing.
Have you thought about, like, if you want the girls that are in the I-64 circuit that may be in middle school or early high school to come to your first game? Yeah,
absolutely. I want to do a youth day. I know those, you know, because they're excited. They want to see, because they seen me start from I-64 to college now. So definitely going to have a youth day. Make sure that the community is a part of what we're doing. And I was even telling my girls during the meeting, like, that's a part of our 3 C's, which is character, commitment, and community. Community is really big to me, so we definitely want to be a part of that.
From an emotional standpoint, have you thought about what it's going to be like to walk onto the field for the first time as a head coach here and turn and see all of your I-64 girls in the stands?
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing feeling. I'll probably cry again. But it'll be an amazing feeling. Again, this is not just my dream. This is like every little girl that I see on that sideline, it's their dream as well. Yeah. So one day, one of those girls may replace me as a coach. Yeah. You know, may replace me as the person running I-64 Sports. So I just like being that inspiration to them as well, you know?
Have you thought about the other piece to it too, of somebody from I-64, like you were guiding them and the assistants were guiding them and crowds were coming, so they knew that people cared.
Right.
But on the other side of that lens, for them to be able to come to a game and potentially have a mentor to look up to, that's a Division III player, a college athlete, have you thought of that piece to it as well?
Yeah, that's really big to me. And like I said, I tell my girls, again, we have to be a part of what's going on in the community as well. So I want to get not even just the girls in my league, but I want to get out to some of the schools and speak to the schools. I want to do some clinics with the schools, just help them understand, like, let's really grow the sport. I would love for it to be sanctioned in Virginia one day. That's something I'm really going to push for. But yeah, we're going to be a part of this, and we have to inspire the next generation. That's the only way that this continues.
Yeah. Getting it sanctioned in Virginia as a VHSL sport, I would assume that's the next really grand step to this, right? What would that mean to you to be able to do that? Because we talked about this a couple of years ago, but what would that mean to you to be able to do that?
That would mean a lot, especially with us being the college, here. That would mean a lot to be able to see these high school kids play in real games, sanctioned games, get treated just like the boys get treated. Look how big high school football is around here. So I would love to see the girls be able to participate in that, get a Friday night flights action, get some of that action going on. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, that would be dope.
What would you think that an 8-10-year-old Jamaar Hawkins would say if he saw you right now?
Thanks for holding on to that dream. That's what it would be. Thanks for holding on to that dream. I actually used to have a picture on my wall. It was like a boy at a basketball gym, and it says, I believe it was hold on to your dreams. I've always been a visionary, so the 8 to 10-year-old me would say, hey, thanks for holding on to that. Thanks for believing in yourself.
Yeah. Would you tell that 8 to 10-year-old to hold on, or would you tell him something else now that you're here?
I always tell kids, hold on to your dreams. Aspire. Don't lose that inspiration that you have. Don't lose the motivation. Because you never know. What if I would have stopped? Because when I first started, I had plenty of people telling me that it would never work, that girls would never play football. There were plenty of people, and some of these people are my friends, my family members. I would never tell someone to let go of their dreams.
Yeah. Does it feel validating for you that you were able to prove yourself right, or that you were able to prove other people wrong, that girls, women can play football in this space?
God validated me a long time ago. I have nothing to prove to any human on this planet. My validation comes from God. When God gave me that vision, I already knew that it would work.
Okay.
So, again, this is just God's steps. This is all. This is just God's steps. This is all it is. The vision and that I've already shared with Him, that He's already laid. I'm just walking the path that He's laid for me. That's it.
2.5, 3 years ago, you knew you were filling a space and it was going to work.
I knew it. I knew it would work. I knew it would work.
Yeah.
I absolutely know it would work. Again, I have those talks with God. I'm a spiritual person. So when we have those talks, that's what I believed in. So again, I don't look for validation from other people. I mean, it's nice that people celebrate what I do and they're excited about what's going on, but I talk to the Lord. That's what I talk to.
Last one. From the beginning, 2.5, 3 years ago, with I-64 Sports, and starting the first girls flag football circuit in Hampton Roads, all the way to now, Division III college coach for the women's flag football team of Virginia Wesleyan. That whole journey, one word.
Blessed. Blessed. I'm blessed. That's it. This could have been anybody. This could have been anybody, but God chose me specifically to carry out His vision. And so I'm blessed. That's it.
Jamaar Hawkins.
My man.
The brand new coach of Virginia Wesleyan University's flag football team, women's flag football team. We're going to be out at that first game.
Yeah,
We're
please.
going to be out
We
at that
need y'all
first
there.
game.
I appreciate it.
I can't wait. For now, I am James Catato with another episode of Sportswrap Sit Downs. We will catch you on the next one.